Disclaimer, this video contains in-game blood. Viewer discretion is advised. Now, I don't know about you, but you might be wondering why a Roblox YouTuber doing a mobile game for once. To that, I would like to say, I would like to diversify my content. And I think you should also diversify your portfolio, like in this video's sponsor, me! So subscribe. Okay, let's get to the video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use all the long-range weapons inside of Bloody Bastard. So, let's start off with the longsword. Now, our boy here, William, will be our test dummy.
First, we need to understand the anatomy of our weapon. We have two hands, and they will be going on the bottom of the sword and the top of the sword. These are the two control points. Let's explain that with joysticks.
So, how does this work with your joysticks? Your left joystick will actually control the position of the sword, so up, down, left, or right. The right side will control the angle of the sword, so is it leaning back or leaning forward at your enemy. Now, let me show you how to do a pulling cut. From the very top of the left joystick, bring it all the way down. For your right joystick, go to the left, then rotate it to the right bottom corner while you're pulling it to the right. Now, let me show you how to do a snap cut. For this, you want to basically maintain your sword towards your chest or head level. Then, you want to move your left and right joystick up and down, but both of them need to be in the opposite direction. So if you're moving the left one down, you move the right one up. And you also want to move it slightly for the right joystick on the right region of that joystick. So instead of being directly in the middle, you want to move it slightly to the right. Slightly easier if you do it both on the right side like this. But of course you have to do it on the, it has to be alternated. So if this is going down, this has to be on the up, this one has to be down, this one has to be up. Now let me show you how to do a thrust. This one is the most easiest technique you can do. All you have to do is make sure both of your joysticks are pointing in the same direction and then move them in that same direction. Here's a slowed down version so it's easier for you to see. With these techniques combined, you're able to do a more comprehensive attack, and it'll be a lot more enjoyable to fight and use these skills. Spear time. This is if you want to actually try just stabbing things. For this, you want to basically move both of your joysticks in the same direction. So back and forth in the same direction. This is easy to, stab. You can also change slightly the angle up or down to stab up or down. There's also another special one. I'll call it picky pokey. It's basically you move the thing and you kind of just pick and poke it. And it does a lot of damage. But it's a little hard to execute. Let me show you with a slowdown clip. So here what you want to basically do is you want to move your joysticks up and down in the opposite directions. However, you have to hit their head or chest. It's very precise. But if you hit it very quickly in quick succession, it will do a lot of damage. Generally speaking, the spear is good at stabbing things, so it's good for attacking hands, the shoulder as well as the head. These limbs are very easy to disable. Another one I recommend to use is for the legs, since you can basically almost incapacitate your enemy by dropping them to the ground and then do whatever you want. Now, when you have an enemy with two-handed weapons, it's a little trickier since usually when you try to aim for their torso, they're able to block you, or they're able to block with one hand and then use the weapon to attack you. And most of the time, they swing with both weapons. So if you try leaning forward, they can easily catch you off guard. To deal with this, I recommend just go for their legs since they really can't defend it because their weapons are too short. If they have a long range weapon, like another spear user or a sword, then I recommend trying to maybe either go for their head or try to go for their legs, since torso is pretty much impossible or very hard to do. Again, it's all down to your enemy and how they behave. Sometimes they may leave their legs exposed or their head. Okay, axe time. Now, usually I would like to get the first tier, but dude, the second one just looks way cooler, so I'm just gonna buy that one. And it seems a bit longer as well. Hello, William. Time to be my subject. For the axe, you mainly want to be using pull cuts, or kind of like smashing attacks. You want to kind of like wind it up and do that. It can be kind of annoying when your enemy gets stuck to your blade, and it's more annoying when you're facing against two-handed enemies, since you could hook to one of their weapons but the other one they can still use to attack you. But they're so freaking cool, dude. Since this one has a slightly sharper edge, this is also very good for doing stabbing attacks or thrusting, especially on the legs or the shoes. So now we just took down William. His legs are bleeding and he's unable to really move easily. Now we could just hold him, or we could just end his misery, take him out of his misery. Lastly but not least, the mallet. Now technically this is the Warhammer, but this first one is called the mallet. Now the problem with the wooden mallet is it doesn't do a lot of damage and is generally very clunky compared to the other ones. So if you have the opportunity to not buy this and just buy the metal one, I would highly recommend you do so. Now let's test this on our good old friend William. Now the only problem with this is that you're only limited to one type of attack, which is the bonk, and you can easily get stuck on your enemy's arms, so it's a little tricky to hit them while not getting your weapon stuck and giving them an opportunity to hit you back. But once you do master it, it is pretty funny to knock out their weapons, and honestly, even though this is pretty clunky and hard to use, if you get the metal version and you practice for a bit, this is the fastest way to kill most enemies, since you can aim for their direct head if you get quick hits. But probably avoid the wooden one, just get the metal one if you can. So I got this wrong, so I had to re-record this section. Basically, the easiest way you can do this is starting from the bottom left corner. You have to do a full rotation with both of your joysticks. So here's the clip slowed down. Oh my god, come on. Okay, I got rolled up into a sushi roll, bro. What the frick? Okay, now I'm gonna get my revenge, bro. Oh, I got his arm. I got his arm. He's weak. You're weak, old man. Just die. Come on. Why are you struggling? Stop fighting. Go to bed. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This was my first time doing a mobile game, I guess. If you guys want more bloody bastards content, let me know. I still want to do the shorthand weapons since they're a little bit more interesting. I just wanted to get this out of the way because it can be kind of confusing how to use all of these longer weapons since they require a little bit more skill and explanation. Anyways, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.